Hi, honeys. We're back for another episode of Good Old Do It For You. I missed you guys. It's only been like a week, but I haven't actually recorded in like 3 weeks because we had pre-recorded some stuff with Jackie and Matthew, and then it was my bridal shower, and there was just too much happening, all of the things. And I've missed just talking to you guys. So I figured let's just do a little catch up, a little chit chat, and see where we're all at. I'm like getting sick from something. I don't know what the hell is going around. Is it just me or is like everybody sick? Like all of my friends are sick. I woke up sick. Matthew's like, there's a bug going around. But nonetheless, let's just talk about like my bridal shower. So it was absolutely amazing. My mum did such a good job putting on my bridal shower, doing all the things. My dogs are fighting. It's fine. But it's just, you don't realize how much planning goes into something until you see it firsthand. And like, I think it's something that's always hidden behind the scenes, kind of the same with the wedding. Like, you never really understand like how much effort and thought like goes into that. And like, we kind of covered that with Jackie on how like you literally have to pick every single detail for the wedding, for any party you throw, for everything. It's so intricate, and you don't think about it when you're a guest at a party. You're just like, show up, have fun, have a drink, and you're done. You know, you don't think about all of the things that had to happen to get that party to work. And I think that's just something that happens with bridal showers, bachelorettes, everything. It is so strategically planned, and it requires so much stuff. And then of course it gets more difficult if there's multiple people involved, multiple people helping, because everybody wants to be a part, everybody wants to help. There's always going to be a person that wants to do the bare minimum, but it's like, it's difficult. And with the bridal shower, I saw how much effort went into that from people, and it's like, it's so sad at how quickly it's over, because you're just like, that was so much effort and I don't want it to end. And so my bridal shower was absolutely amazing. The theme was kind of like petals and prosecco and like love is in bloom. It was all floral. And I'm not really a big floral person, but we had like a lot of baby's breath. My dad had made me a beautiful champagne wall where the champagne hung on it. And oh my god, it was absolutely stunning. If you guys follow me on my private Instagram account, you've probably seen it. Matthew is amazing, and he made me a huge sign for photo ops. It said celebrating the future Mrs. Chapdelaine. Like, it was just an amazing day, and I was celebrated, and everyone just showed me so much love, and it was everything I could have ever asked for. And it was like 4 hours, and it was just amazing. Like, we had so much fun. We played like the dress up game of like, you get the toilet paper and you have to make a wedding dress, and I got to be the judge. You know, I was like, we timed it for 2 minutes, and it was 3 people, so 2 people made the dress and 1 was the bride, and they did really good in 2 minutes. I will say, like, those were pretty good. The one that I picked to win, she had a bouquet, she had a veil, she had a train. I was like, damn, y'all went all out. And when I first said that they had 2 minutes, everyone was like, that's not enough time. And I'm like, trust me, we did this before, it's enough time. So it was amazing. We also played like the Who Knows the Couple Best game, which was funny. A lot of people got a lot of those right, and some of the people were interested to see who was who. It was a lot of fun. And then we had tiebreakers, and it was so much fun. We did I need to actually get them off my mum. She took them back with her because she cleaned up, but we also had little date night things, and everybody left a date night idea. And so I'm like, oh, I really actually want to do these date nights that everybody left us, because I think that's kind of amazing. Like, oh, we'll get to do a date night that my best friend's mum picked for us. Oh, we get to do a date night that my best friend picked for us, or, you know, one of my really good friends, or my sister, or my aunt, or something like that. And what I did, there was a theme with the date nights, and it was that all of them, or almost like 95% of the date nights, were put your phone away. And it's like, it's just something you don't think about, you know, like you come home from work, you sit on your phone, and you're catching up for the day, you're talking to your friends because you're busy at work. And at work, I can text people back on my phone because my job's not very like hands-on. Like, my phone can be out and I'll see a text message and I can answer it. But, you know, like Matthew, he can't be on his phone at work because he's working on a car. Jackie, my best friend, she can't be on her phone at work because she's doing hair. And I have a lot of people like that. So, you know, you come home from work and you want to catch up on your phone, but like, you should be home and spending time with the person that you live with and hanging out with them. But it's hard because, like, how do you not neglect your friends in that way, you know? So I think it's nice to make date night like that. Like, put your phone away, unwind, turn off, just the two of you, actually have a conversation with that person. And I just thought that was kind of cool that, like, everybody got that. And I was like, okay. There were some really cool ones. There is one that really sticks out to me. My best friend's mom, Mama Sean, she came up with the date night. And it was to get, like, a treehouse, bunkhouse situation, like, rent one of those tree houses, take, like, the weekend up there and just completely unplug, unwind, and have some wine, look at the stars, and, like, literally don't have any cell service. And I was like, oh my god, yeah, like, just disconnect completely. And I was like, that is wonderful. And sweet Matthew showed up at the end of the bridal shower just before it ended, and he got to hang out too. And he brought me flowers, he brought my mum flowers, and he brought his mum flowers, and it was beautiful. And so he was there for the date nights, and so I was reading them out loud, and I was like, oh my god, babe, like, we have to do this one. And he's like, okay. I've seen those tree houses in Knoxville. I think it was Knoxville, Tennessee. Me and Jackie were there, and we actually were driving with Uncle Jeff, her uncle, and he took us somewhere, and we were like, oh my god, like, these tree houses are absolutely amazing, we need to do this. And so now that Mama Sean has said it, I'm like, okay, we have to do this. Like, this would be so much fun. And even not even just as a date night, like, just for us all to go on a vacation and, like, not have phones. Like, I feel like that would be so much fun, because, like, your life revolves around your phone all of the time. So, like, to just not have it and actually interact with the people you're around, like, that would be amazing. So I want to do that. But yeah, there were some really good date night ideas. It was amazing. But the planning of everything, like, the effort that went into it was amazing, and it was so appreciated. And I just, like, I wish you could thank people, like, a million times for things, because, like, it's so appreciated, you know, like, the effort people go to for you. Like, my bridesmaids all came down to the place to set up an hour before it started and tear down, like, the whole, it was amazing. I had the best time, you know, like, my best friend did my hair for me that morning, and then she still went and set everything up, like, amazing. But it also brings me back to, like, the planning. So I have to take a breath. I'm sorry, I'm, like, all congested and, like, struggling to breathe right now, so forgive me if this sounds very nasally. I'm sorry. One of the other things that, like, you don't realize about planning stuff is, like, the bachelorette. So, like, okay, first of all, back up a little bit. I'm sorry, this is kind of, like, all over the place. It's just, like, my thoughts. So, you know how, like, when you ask someone to be a bridesmaid, right, you're signing up for, like, okay, first of all, you don't have to say yes. Like, is it just me that feels like you can say no? And, like, sure, maybe the bride will be a little hurt, but, like, if you then explain, like, what it is, like, she'll probably understand if it's your friend. So, like, when you sign up to be a bridesmaid, you are signing up to do, you know, attend, not even throw these things, but, like, attend a bridal shower, attend a bachelorette, go wedding dress shopping if that's something she wants to do with all of her bridesmaids, pick out your wedding dress, you know, probably get your hair and makeup done the day of the wedding, fly up there or go to wherever the wedding is, you know, the day before, be at the rehearsal dinner, and then be there and be present and be there for that bride the day of her wedding, and just really be there for your friend or sister or whoever, cousin, uncle, whoever it is you're a bridesmaid for. And same with groomsmen, you know, you're maybe not signing up for the bridal shower, but you're signing up for the bachelor party, you are signing up for the rehearsal dinner, you're signing up to be there and be present. And I feel like it's okay to say no to those things if you don't want to do it. And if you want to drop out from it, like, okay, that's fine, but, like, just say no in the beginning. Like, I understand life happens, shit goes sideways all the time, but, like, my one big thing is just, like, be open and communicate with that, and everything will be fine. And that's always something that I've thought is, like, if you were just very open and you communicate with whoever it is, with anyone, not even just in, like, a bridal situation, but even in the way of, like, friendships, like, communication is such a big key. And I think that's why in my past a lot of my friendships failed, and now my friendship with my best friend is, like, the best it's ever been, because we communicate and we know how to have conversations with each other. I just think that like when you sign up to be a bridesmaid, you sign up for all of those things. And so like but it's also really unique to see your bridesmaids like do all of that work for you and like do all of the things. And I don't know, I feel like sometimes you don't realize about the amount of effort and stuff that goes into being a bridesmaid, and it's a lot of work. Like you have to attend all of these things, you have to show up, and you have to be really present for your friend. And I think it's really neat that you have people that want to do that. And now, don't get me wrong, I don't have like a 10-person bridesmaid or whatever. Like that's not what I have. I have 4 bridesmaids, and that's it. It's just us, and it's family, like basically. So it's like I don't know how people have 10-person bridesmaids, because no, I don't like enough people. If anything, I would probably have had maybe like 5, maybe, but like we're at 4. So yeah, but like it's just you sign up, it's a lot, and I understand that, and I understand not wanting to do it. Like I completely get it. And the same with groomsmen, because men are so like weird. I don't know, ghettos, like they live for like a lot of ghettos love weddings, they love the scene, they love all of it, but men just don't care. Like they're like, yeah, whatever, you're getting married, let's do a bachelor party, and like that'll be it, you know. But it's a lot of work, and it's also like it's not just a lot of work for the bridesmaids, like it's a lot of work for the bride and the groom. Now that's what they signed up for, they were the ones that wanted to get married, but you also signed up for that when you said yes to being a bridesmaid, you know. And my best friend was a bridesmaid last October. She's a bridesmaid in my wedding just now, and then she's a bridesmaid in one of our other very good friends' wedding, right like a month after my wedding. She's getting married. And so it's just like she's doing a lot right now, and she is showing up 110% for her people, and I'm like, Ghetto, you are killing it, and I don't know how you're doing it. But it's just there's so much work that goes into all of it, and I kind of derailed a little bit. I don't know where that was going, but the Bachelorette, like, bachelorettes, they're fun when you're there, of course, but the planning, like, so I never wanted, like, a super strict itinerary for my bachelorette. I kind of wanted us to just go and have the best time, but my bridesmaids were like, no, like, we need to have a plan. And I'm like, but I just want us to go have fun. And like we're going to Nashville, and I was like, I just want us to go have fun and line dance because that's my favorite thing to do. And they're like, we understand that, but we're going there for 4 days, so we need a plan before we leave. We need to make reservations, we need to, like, you know. And I was like, okay, you're right. So we came up with a plan, and you know, the other day we're trying to finalize some things as it's getting closer to us going. And I ended up sitting and like planning my whole bachelorette yesterday. And like I wrote everything out that we had spoke about, and you know, I have everyone's ideas. You know, if someone said, because I was like, I don't want it to just be what I want, and so everyone kind of gave their input, and we're doing things from what everybody wants to do. And I went to make a reservation for something, and I was like, oh my god, these people are already booked out, like what? So it's just crazy, like all of the thought that had to go into that, and the planning of everything, and the timing of everything. And then like you have to book things, but then it's also like you have to make sure you're doing what everybody wants to do, because I don't want to be out here like doing what I want to do and everyone else is miserable. Like I want us to have a really good time in Nashville, and I think we will, and I'm really excited for it. But I'm like, and like planning it got me so excited yesterday, but I'm just like, the amount of effort this is taking right now for me to find places. And one of my very good friends has been to Nashville, and she's from Tennessee. And so I was like asking her like a bunch of things, and I'm like, where is the best place for this? What do you think about this? And she gave me all of the great recommendations because she's amazing. But I'm like, this is insane, like the amount of effort. And then like I put that in the group chat with me and my 2 bridesmaids that are going on my bachelorette trip. And then one of them was like, oh, well, what about outfits for things? And I was like, outfits? What? We need outfits? And like, so we planned outfits, we got everything sorted, and like I'm wanting their input. I'm like, okay, what about this for you guys? And and I know it's my bachelorette, and they're just trying to give me what I want, but I'm like, what do you guys want? Like, I don't want us to be in Nashville and you guys be like, oh my god, I hate this outfit that she's picked, or like these colors, or like whatever. But regardless, we're gonna have such a fun time. And so I was like wanting their input, and they kind of gave it by the end of it. So that's cool. Got that sorted. But also I was looking, this other ghetto that I follow on TikTok, she just went to Nashville for her bachelorette. And like, I am not wearing white like every single day. And I didn't buy like all white outfits because one, I'm broke. I am dirt poor. So like, my fiance is gonna kill me for saying that. But like, I cannot afford to be going and buying a whole new closet. Like, we are shopping on Shein and Amazon sale, and Prime Day is coming up, which of course, again, the Prime Day deals are like too close to the Bachelorette, and I'm worried that they won't come out on time, but they probably will. But like, it's just, there's so many things, and I'm trying to plan everything, but I'm not wearing like white outfits the whole time. Because my other reason for that is I never really wore white before, and I'm like, after this wedding, what, am I just gonna live in white? Like, I don't know. I'm not doing the whole, there's, I don't even remember off the top of my head. I think there's 2 days that I'm wearing, maybe only one day that I'm actually wearing all white, besides the travel day. But the travel day outfit is like a braid sweater and stuff like that. Like, it's not, I don't know. But yeah, so like, we have some where I'm like, they're in a certain color and I'm in a color, but it's not white. And so we have that night. So I'm really excited. We're also doing like a night with like wigs, like super colourful wigs from Girls Trip, like the awful, the bob, the really bad, the matching glasses, like the whole nine. And I'm super excited for that night because it's gonna be so funny, like, just to, like, what? So I'm excited. I actually need to order some of that stuff, but like, I'm trying to repurpose a lot of the stuff in my closet, because realistically, me turning my entire closet into a white braid closet for the next 3 months is not convenient. Because like, I can't wear all of these things after. I mean, I can, but like, not everything that says braid. And I think I only have like 2 things that say braid, which is good, because then I'm going to wear the heck out of them right now. And that week of my wedding, when we're up getting married, I'm going to wear them. And I love them, but it's like, I don't know how these people go out and buy all of this stuff for all white. And I'm like, where are you going to wear that again? Like, I'm such a, like, I need to repurpose it. Now, I'm not going to lie, there were a couple things. I just placed a Shein order yesterday too. And there were a couple things I got on there that I was like, I'm probably not going to wear this again. But I could, because it's not, like, I could. And the good thing about it being Nashville is, like, I line dance here. And so, like, I can wear it to the line dance in here. Like, So, and I just, like, people were wanting to buy me gifts and everything that had, like, braid and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, look, I really appreciate you wanting to do this for me, but, like, when am I going to wear this? Like, save your money and buy me something else. Buy me something that I can repurpose. But, so, yeah, that was, like, the Bachelorette planning really opened my eyes. And I'm like, oh, my God, people, like, this is hard. And so, like, and I was only planning for 3 people on a Bachelorette, because 2 of my bridesmaids unfortunately can't make it to my Bachelorette. And so I'm like, imagine us being all 4, well, 5 of us, including myself, and I'm like, oh my God, all 5 of us, like, we'd all have to take into consideration what everybody wants to wear, which of course is fine, but it's like, that would take so much more planning than this has already taken, and I feel like my Bachelorette has taken so much more planning. And then you look at Matthew, and he's like, yeah, we're going to Mexico, but like, that's it. And I'm like, do you want outfits? Do you need new clothes? Do you need new bathing suits? Do you want, what we doing? And he's like, I'm okay. And I'm just like, what? He is over here so unbothered, unfazed, not even, just like, yeah. And his bachelor trip is before mine. And so I'm like, I'm over here planning everything. And he's like, what? We're going to sit by the pool all day, basically. So I'll just be in a bathing suit. And I'm just like, the difference in ghetto bachelorettes and boy bachelor parties is wild to me. Like, I feel like ghetto bachelorettes they're just different. They're for the ghettos. They are 100% like a big ghettos trip. Like, they're not, I don't know, I'm not taking this as like my last night to be, or not my last night, I'm sorry, my last like trip to be wild and single. Like, that's not, I know you're supposed to do it like the night before your wedding, this, that, and the other, but who's showing up hungover to your wedding? No thank you. I've watched way too many of the Hangover movie. But like, I'm just excited to go to Nashville and have a really good time with my friends, and like, it's an excuse to go on a vacation, like, for a bachelorette, and I am so excited for it, like, to just go have fun. And Matthew's bachelor party is the same amount of people. Like, there's only 3 of them because 2 of his groomsmen couldn't make it. And so it's like, we're just going to have fun with, like, our best friends. And, like, I'm so excited about that. And, yeah, I don't know. Like, they're just, bachelorettes and bachelor parties, they're so different vibes, I feel like. Like, men are, like, and mine isn't even, like, super strict. There's no 8 a.m. wake-up call. There's a 3 a.m. wake up call the day we fly out. But that's not really my fault. Our flight is at 7 in the morning from an airport that is not close to our house. But I don't know. It's going to be so much fun. But there's like nothing super strict or on a time schedule, really. Like, we're just going to have fun. And I've seen some of those bachelorettes where it's like 8 a.m. this, 9 a.m. this, 11 o'clock this. And I'm like, how do you... That's what I didn't want for my bachelorette, because I didn't want anybody to be like, oh my god, it was so slammed, like I need a vacation from a vacation, and we did so much stuff and I hated it. Like, I just want us to genuinely all have a good time. And so there's a couple of things like planned, but then you look at bachelor parties and they have nothing planned. Matthew has nothing planned for his bachelor party. He's like, what? I'm going to Mexico. And I'm like, to do what? And he's like, drink. And I'm like, what? Like, it's just so vastly different. You guys, send me a message on the Instagram page and let me know, like, if you've been married, if you're engaged, or whatever, or what your take on bachelorette and bachelor parties is. Is your fiancés doing the same thing, or husbands, whatever, like, whoever, like, if you guys were to do this, like, would it be like that, where the ghetto's, like, having a good time and the guys are just like, yeah, we show up. Like, I actually saw a TikTok yesterday, and it was bachelorettes versus bachelor parties, and the bachelorette, it was the maid of honor being a crazy maid of honor, because they usually are. It's usually like the long lost bestie that's like trying to do stuff, or the sister that's, you know, over the top, and they were like, okay, 8 a.m. wake up call, we're going to do this, and then you owe so and so this money for this, and then tonight at this time. And I was like, no. And then the bachelor party, it was like the guy sleeping on the couch, and he had beer on him. He had like beer cans all over him, and he was like, oh, what time is it? Should we go golfing today? And I was just like, the difference is so accurate. But like, I just want him to have fun on his bachelor trip, and men don't care about like their outfits, or God, trying to get Matthew to get new clothes is ridiculous. And for a while I was on a really bad shopping spree, like a couple months ago, and I was just buying stuff. And I would buy him stuff, and he's like, I don't need this. And I'm like, you don't buy yourself nice things. Like, I'm trying to be nice and buy you clothes. Like, I don't know. I've stopped that though, because we have a wedding now. But the planning differences, and men don't have bridal showers, but like, it's just crazy to me, like the planning difference. And I was just like cackling the other day thinking about it. But I am really excited for my bachelorette. I might even, let me know if you guys would want this. So I think after the bachelorette, maybe we'll sit down with my 2 bridesmaids that are going with me, and we'll like debrief the whole bachelorette, and we'll like talk about our favorite places that we went, and we'll do, actually, I feel like that'd be a really good idea. I really want to do that. We should schedule that for like the week after I come back, and let me know if you guys want to hear about the fun stories and the stuff we get up to. I'll obviously be keeping it on social media, and like, you guys will see where we are probably like after we're there for, you know, reasons. But let me know if we should do that, and like all the stuff that happens. Like, let's do that. That sounds like so much fun. For sure. We should compare the men's and the ghettos and just be like, wowza. So yeah, we should do that. Let me know if that's something that you guys want to hear about the bachelorette, if you guys like this wedding content stuff, because there's so much planning coming up. It's like, I think we're almost at the 3 month mark. What month is it? We're almost at 3 months? 2 months. We're close. It's like 70 days. So that's just over 2 months. Yeah, okay. I can't count math. It's hard. So I'm squirrel braining right now. But yeah, I miss just chatting with you guys. So that's like a little update on things. I think at one point we're going to have Matthew's best friend and my best friend on here, and so you guys need to let me know what we're going to talk about on that one. Like, I kind of want to see what you guys want to hear, like, you know, like, I want stories, yeah, let's do that. That would be so much fun. So anyway, after the bachelorette, we'll do a debrief of like the whole thing. That's not going to be for a little bit. My bachelorette's not happening right now, but yeah, that would be so much fun. I'm just getting so excited with everything, and oh my god, it's going to be amazing. But I just wanted to update you guys on like all of the stuff that you don't think happens. And if you're ever invited to someone's party, like, be grateful for that, and like also show up and like put in the effort, because it made me so happy to see all those people come. And like, I don't know, like, there were people invited that like you know, like I was like, maybe they won't come because like that we're not super close, but we're close, we're friends, like this, that, and the other. But I want them to be there, and like they showed up, and I was just like it made me so happy that they cared enough to come to that for me, and it's just like it's just so nice, you know, and so it's made me being a bride and planning all of these things. It has made me have a new realization for an appreciation for being invited to people's things, and I know that's very selfish to say, but sometimes I would get invited to things and be like, oh, they don't really care if I go. Like, I'm not going to go. We're not that close. And then, like, having my own things. And I'm like, they definitely cared if I went. Like, and I always showed up. But, you know, I would be like, oh, is this weird? And I'm like, no, you know what? No. They definitely cared. Because if I'm a friend enough, the amount of planning and money that goes into all of this stuff, then they cared to invite me. And, like, yeah, it's a really big eye-opener for sure. Wedding planning, bachelor planning, bachelorette planning, like I swear, have a wedding and you will find out who your friends are and who your true friends are, who cares, who doesn't care, and who's showing up. Like, I have a friend, we're not very close anymore, but we used to be very close and we used to talk all of the time from 5-6 years ago. And, you know, every now and then we keep up on social media, and it's very just like, oh, hope you're doing good, this, that, and that. But we always used to do that, and we haven't in a little bit. But I invited her to my bridal shower, and she didn't even answer it. She didn't open it. She didn't look at it. And I was like, oh, maybe she's not on social media. So I text her, nothing. And then right after my bridal shower, I see that she's on social media, and I was like that hurt a little bit. So it's like, it really does show who cares for you and who's happy for you and who is really wanting to make an effort in your life. And I have found some new really good friends in the past couple of years with meeting Matthew and stuff like that, and those people genuinely care. And I have some old friends too, not like they're not all bad, I'm not saying that are showing up for me and they're caring and all of this stuff, but I'm just like, if someone invites you to something, have the common decency to either answer it and like, I'm busy, or, you know, like whatever. Like, if you're busy, you're busy. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not mad about that, but like, don't just blatantly ignore somebody and not even a hi bye or nothing. Like, you know what I mean? And it's so nice though to see all the people that care. And, you know, like I had some people that were like, I can't come, but I really wanted to be there to celebrate with you. And I'm like, oh no, I completely understand. That's fine. I even had one of my friends, well, I don't even know if you call her friend, she's more like my cousin. She was leaving for a cruise that day, but she's like, no, I want to get you something so nice. And she bought me like this beautiful bride sweater, and she bought me some other stuff. And like, I was like, you did not have to buy me a gift, you know? So it's like, I don't know, just people that show up for you and like actually show that they care. Like, it's nice. Like, you know, and even if people, I don't know, like if you have stuff happen, I'm not going to be mad about that, obviously, but like, don't just not show up and like no show, no nothing. Like, how hard is it to send a text message, you know? But anyways, I don't know where we're going, but it's just, you really see who your friends are, who cares, who's there for you, who's willing to go that extra bit and show up for you and really just be happy for you. And like, even at the bridal shower, like everyone there was in such a good mood. Everybody was so happy for me. Like, everyone, like, we had all the photo ops and everyone's like, oh my god, Ashlea, get in front of this, oh my god, do this. And it was just so nice. Everyone was like, I don't know, I just felt so loved, and I was like, this is absolutely amazing. Like, I love all of you guys, and I am so happy you're all here. And yeah, it just, if you have your people and I feel like you never realize who your people are, you don't appreciate them sometimes, but like, if you have those people, hold on to them for dear life, because these bitches ain't going nowhere. They're not allowed to ever leave because they've been so good, and I'm like, I really appreciate all of you. But yeah, it's a lot. Anyways, thanks for listening to another episode, and I will see you guys next Friday. Bye, honeys.